Me, oh my. Listen, guys, this other day, I tried to log into Miniclip to see if the Flash games were still around. I don't know how old are you guys watching this video, but Miniclip used to be the most popular Flash game website in the early 2000s. And Miniclip is not the only thing that I want to talk about here. The reason I'm talking about it right now, even though I'm pretty late to the party, it happened around 2022. Miniclip has a special place in my heart because it's the sole reason that I got into MMOs in the first place. Before I continue this video, make sure to click the like button, click the bell button, subscribe for more videos like this. It's been a long time since I've uploaded videos on this channel, and I decided that I wanted to revive my series that I was working on before, which was the Throwback Thursdays series, talking about my past life, experiences with different video games, and just experiences in general. So let's talk about it. Miniclip has a great connection to one of the greatest MMOs in history. What is known today as old school Runescape, back then was the original Runescape. And I remember I was in elementary school and I heard people talking about it. Hey, we're playing RuneScape. This game is so fun, blah, blah, blah. I didn't know much about online gaming back at the time, and I didn't really pay that much attention to it until one day I was browsing Miniclip, because Flash games were simple back then. You didn't have to pay money for a good computer or a console, a disc, and games back then were very expensive compared to today. You know, when you have all these discounts on Steam and PlayStation Store, it was different back then. Everything was, physical. There was an advantage because when you bought a game, you owned it for life. Whereas today, companies can just update and change your game completely. But yeah, anyway, I digress. Back to the subject. Miniclip had old school RuneScape, which was back then known as original RuneScape, on the website. So I saw it and, I told myself, okay, that sounds pretty interesting. Why not click on that? And then it says, open up a character. That was the first time ever going through that process, but I used my email, open up the character. I was so paranoid, I didn't even use my real name because, I thought, somebody's going to steal my identity. Look, I was in elementary school back then, okay? When you're in elementary school, you fear for yourself. Anyways, I went through the tutorial, I started playing, and then I told myself, okay, I just want to continue to play. So I got out of Miniclip, and I started playing it on the browser, just like a classic Flash game. It wasn't exactly defined as an MMORPG because it wasn't a role-playing game. You can do everything in this game. You could be a fighter, an archer, a mage. You had all the skills and you could just upgrade them based on the amount of experience that you garner. And I was weak playing this game back then. I sucked at video games in general, but especially RuneScape. I was level 3. I got killed by a level 5 goblin, and I didn't really know much about that game, so all I did was just attack monsters and mine ores. I got to the point where I just mined coal, and I sold it. And then I thought to myself, okay, let's just keep leveling up my character, see what happens. Then one day I decided that I wanted to get a membership and become a member, and then I saved up money to get a dragon scimitar. And once I got it, I realized, you have to finish Monkey Madness in order to use a Dragon Scimitar. And I didn't know anything about that map. I was using my parents' money to become a member. And yeah, I just stopped it right there. This game was an introduction to the world of online gaming. And boy, what type of an introduction that was. Every other game that I played, the worst thing that can happen to you is you can just lose experience points and just down level. In this game, you actually lose all of your equipment, which is kind of an upside because it requires skill to survive, but kind of a downside because it makes people be very defensive when it comes to the playstyle. but it's still nostalgic. I remember years later when I started playing old school Runescape, I was completely different. I was like in my 20s in college, and I started reading all those guides and doing all these quests and gathering experience. One thing's changed for sure from my personal experience. Old school RuneScape community today is incredibly toxic. The internet is toxic in general, but especially RuneScape. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about it, and it's just the subject that really hit home. And that's about it basically. Again, I'll repeat myself, and to end this video, if you like kind of videos like this with, just a nostalgic vibe, talking about historic events that happen, whether if it's gaming, whether if it's just life, make sure to leave a comment down below, like this video, subscribe, click that bell button, and I'll be sure to upload more. I'll be trying my best to upload every Thursday. I'll be thinking about creative ways to upload video game footage so you guys can just look at it and to listen to my nostalgic stories. So previously known as MK4Life9, nowadays I'm known as the Leo Gamer. A start of the new series and a new chapter, March 2026. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next Thursday. Peace.